Make sure this is doing what I need it to do. Having some technical difficulties. 1 second. 1 second. I want to check to make sure this is doing what I need it to do. Okay, it's live. Good, good, good. All right, it's live. It's live. Good, good. All right, it's live. Good. All right, it's live. Fair use, fair use. Good morning, good morning. This is May. May. I am having a stream to address Edward Anderson. I see that as they say, kicked up some dust. They say I kicked up some dust, y'all. That's what they said. I personally see a lot of fake outrage, me personally. That's just my opinion. But I want to address Edward Anderson. I want to address his video. He did a video about old Raggedy Miss May May yesterday. Okay, a he did a stream while he was driving, and he called himself going in. He was going in. He was mad. He was upset. What is he upset about? He is upset because he happened to tune in to a stream and he heard me talking about, briefly as it may have been, he heard me talking about Toya. I called Toya Pick Me. I said, "Hello, gentlemen," and pick me Toya. That's what I said. Toya to pick me. And that wasn't my intention. That was a quick little fast dig. And I intended to talk about Texas and something else. But the men decided they wanted to have a conversation around pick me. And they asked me to define it. And in all that defining and giving examples, they somehow assigned that I was calling Toya directly a whore. And that is not what I said. I did not directly call her a whore. The conversation pretty much ignited all of this. A brief, very fast, less than 5 minute conversation, give or take. But anyway, Ed proceeded to drive and rant about May, May the Alchemist. So I'm addressing it this morning. I'm addressing it. First and foremost, I deserve the cussing out. I'm well over deserved. Ed, you did right, no doubt. I deserve to be cussed out. You did right. I deserve to be cussed out. I deserve to be cussed out by Ed because I have made little comments and little jokes all along the way. I've never made any like streams about him and kept on, and I've never harassed him. But I'm sure he's heard some little sound bites, little quirky comments and stuff like that along the way. So it's well overdue. So I ain't even mad with Ed for cussing me out. He did right. He did right. He did what he's supposed to do. Now, the whole thing about Toya, I'll address that later. I want to start out by saying this. I really, really am confused. I see Ed's point. He just don't want to hear my mouth, right? He just don't want to hear it. I think in general. But the reality is this, y'all. There are people who are upset, and it doesn't really make sense when you think about it. Okay, give you a little background history. Just a little. What's up, V Dub? Just a little background history. Just a little background history here about me. I just want to be brief with it and make sure I explain myself. So back in 2023, I think, is when I believe I started engaging with the manosphere, okay, the black manosphere particularly. And there are different places and spaces that I visited, I listened in. I was honestly curious, okay? And I'm gonna make it brief, I'm gonna make it short, get to the point, right? Get to the point. I'm learning how to be concise. I'm learning that from somebody. Get to the damn point. The point is this: 2 years ago, right, there were a lot of places I went, and I'll name some of them. Okay, I'm gonna go down the list. I named some of them streams, spaces, and a lot of them they had open conversation in the chat, and you can pull up, particularly when they had disagreement days, opposition hours, right? And so I was allowed to be part of opposition hours. Let's be clear, okay? So people, when they say invading spaces and stuff like that, there are opposition hours and disagreement days. People have smoke shows. They want people who disagree to come up, okay? So that's why it's kind of crazy when you got people who are really up in arms, right? And pissed off and stuff. But let's go back to that. 2 years ago, and I stopped after 2 years ago. Stopped after 2 years ago, visiting and engaging these channels. Yeah, pretty much. So I went to Obsidian's channel. He had open call for commentary, right? Open lines. Anybody can respond. I've been up there probably 3 times very briefly. And every time I went up there with my great, amazing, brilliant ideas, I got Allahu Akbar, right? I got that. And I was like, oh, wow, that always ends this way. I've been on Red Supreme's channel making commentary, nothing controversial. Just briefly, he's got a call in feedback show. The business, he's got a call in show. I have made commentary on there. Not everything has been a kick up dust. Some is just general commentary like everybody else. Dr. Thunder, I was tagged and invited to come to the channel. Okay. So a lot of stuff, when y'all really look at it, is being tagged for a conversation, not necessarily debate, but what you doing? Where you coming from? What's this about? Green Gorilla, same thing. He has opposition hour. I showed up one day for opposition hour. That's what it's for, right? I showed up and we had, I think, only 2 streams. BGS, he has a channel for that. He got a channel for that. You got something to say, you disagree with him, you can come, you can express yourself. It's a channel specifically for that. Y'all, there's specific days, there's particular streams, there are particular channels that people have open opposition or just general commentary where anybody can pull up and say what they want to say. Okay. Black men being brutally honest. He has smoke shows. I pulled up on those. Okay. Those are appropriate times to show up. There's appropriate times. I've been on this brother named Keep It 100, right? I've been on his show. Smoke, opposition, appropriate time to show up. You know, Shay Sade, same thing. Chantel Simone, she had days where she's like, "Come up here if you disagree with me." So let's be clear: for people who are going through outrage and who are having all these issues, people who are upset, there are people who have channels that are specifically for smoke and disagreement. Okay, there are people who have opposition hours. There's Amazing Lucas. He has what's it called Disagreement Day, and he does it 3 times in a row. He wants to get call-ins. Everybody who has a lot of followers or big enough channels, they tend to have some kind of opportunity for people who disagree to show up. Okay. Now, if you want people to stop, like you want to run their channel, you want to tell them, hey, you're not allowed to have an opposition day. Hey, you can't have a smoke show. Hey, you can't have people call in and say what they want to say. You're not allowed. That's a different conversation. That means you think you're the general. That means you think you run that person, and that means you think you run the channel. That means you think it's yours to tell them what to do. Let's just be clear, because most large channel holders and even small channel holders, they have a place and a space because it's good for engagement, it's good for super chats, it's good for exposure, and a lot of people share it, and it pulls views. Okay, let's just be honest about that. That's why all channel holders have those type of either channel streams or opposition hours, disagreement days, smoke shows. That's why they do it, right? And a lot of times it helps people solidify and clarify their opinions, or maybe even they change some. But it works. It's called content. It's called content, y'all. It's called entertainment. And you can separate your entertainment aspect from your serious shit. Okay, let's be clear. That was 2 years ago. I did some rounds and I popped up in different places when they had opposition days or by invitation. Or by invitation. Let it be understood. Let it be understood. I have been banned. I have been banned by BGS. Because I know that's what this is about. I've been banned. That's been since them 2 years ago. I've been banned. Ask anybody who's on BGS's BGS Idmore. What's the other one? Gnostic Speaks. Any of them other channels he owns. Ask them, have they seen me in the chat? Ask them, have they seen me participating on panels, call in, or anything? I'm not. I don't. Guess what? I can't. You know why? You know why? Because BGS made a decision a long time ago. I don't want May in nothing that I take seriously. Nothing. Nothing. I can't type a letter in anything. I'm blocked. BGS been blocked me. So I don't know what all the hoopla is about. He'll tell you that. May's blocked everywhere. He been blocked me. So what is the big deal? What is the big fucking deal here? I think that you got people who want to try to pull rank. That's what I think. I'm not getting in y'all politics. That ain't my fucking business, okay? But I think you got people who are looking for an angle. And I'm not talking about Edward particularly. I'm not talking about him. Edward is loyal as fuck, okay? But you got other people that wanna replace the master. That's really what's going on. I ain't getting in y'all shit. I don't give a fuck what beef y'all got going on. But you're not gonna use me. You're not gonna make me your fucking pawn. BG has been blocked me for his own reasons, for his own decisions. Been blocked. That's a fact. I look at the content on his other channels, and I know that if I typed in a word, a comment, even to be constructive or add something to the conversation, that shit's going nowhere. I've been blocked. He made a decision a long time ago. So those of y'all who are kicking up dirt and you all upset and pissed off, you're wasting your time and your energy being mad. You just silly. You silly and you're trying to use it to be somebody. You're trying to weaponize and make a problem where there ain't no problem. You got people trying to create a jihad and shit. Are you serious? Let's just be logical here. Let's be fucking logical. That's that man's channel, and that's that man's prerogative, what he wants to do with his troll channel. Do y'all know that? That's a troll channel. That's a fucking troll channel. Let me tell you why that's a troll channel. That's a troll channel because that's where he lets people come and talk whatever they want to talk, disagree respectfully. He's had brothers like Clarence come up there and directly, push back on his issues. Okay. He's had MOT and others come up there and say what they want to say, disagree. He's had Gabe Gabe come up there and give his 2 cents and give his feedback and what he thinks. Okay. He's had Big J come up there anytime, multiple times. Go through the streams. He's got plenty of people who disagree. He has another chick named Femi that's been on the channel. There's other women who I don't know. They're on the channel. Y'all scroll through the master teacher speech. You got people trying to turn stuff into something bigger than it is. I understand Ed. Ed is irritated with me. I get it. I ain't mad about that. I'm just addressing Ed. But in the process of addressing Ed respectfully, I also come across people who are powerless pookies who want to turn stuff into something else. I'm clarifying on my half because you and anybody else who wants to is not going to use May to try to launch some kind of I'm a general and I'm here to take over jihad. You're not going to use me to do it. You crazy. I've been blocked by BGS. Been blocked. I stay blocked. I ain't going to never be unblocked. Okay? His content that matters to him, his content that he takes seriously and respects, May can't get nowhere near it. So y'all pull your panties up and wipe your ass, okay? Pull your panties up. Get yourself together. Stop being emotional. Stop being fucking emotional. So those channels are filtered and I can't touch and don't want to touch. And I have respect. I have respect. He don't want me over there. I'm not going over there. I'm not even going to try. I'm not creating no new channels, no secret channels to go over there and do anything. I have respect. He set a boundary, and that's the boundary. Okay? I think there's some jealousy, and I'm not going to be used as no pawn for somebody's jealousy games. I'm not going to fucking do it. Okay? And I'm going to speak here clearly. Deactivate troll. Okay, let me speak clearly. Let me speak clearly. I don't care. Some of y'all who like me or whatever, you're gonna be mad with what I say. You're gonna be mad right here. I don't care. I'm gonna be honest. I like BGS. Authentically, I like him. I respect BGS. Okay? The old man has grown on me over time. He has. I like him. I disagree with a whole lot of stuff. A whole lot of stuff. Tons of stuff. But I respect and I authentically like BGS. He has grown on me. If y'all disagree, y'all get mad, I don't give a damn. Okay? But I see the human person in him. And I told him a long time ago, I believe that BGS is a healer. I disagree with his methods. I disagree with his methods. So anybody who wants to push up against him, I'm just going to tell you, as far as y'all on the same side want to push back and push up and use May May as a weapon, good fucking luck. Because he has a whole bunch of people whose lives, I've seen it, witnesses that he has helped change. You can't fuck with that, okay? You can't fuck with it. I know that as a teacher, you have inter engagements with people, interpersonal relationships, people who actually see you beyond being a channel, just a channel sub. And that is exactly who he is to a lot of people. He's helpful. There's loyalty there. You can't undo that. I'm just being real. You cannot fucking undo it. People respect him. They listen to him. They follow his streams. They're loyal as fuck. And I respect that. I call them a cult because they are so dedicated. But it's because of what he's done for them in their personal life. And it don't got nothing to do with women. Like BGS said the other day, he has people, he helped them to get through school. He encouraged them to get jobs. You can't fuck with that. And nobody's going to use May as an opportunity to try to become the general. My suggestion to any powerless pookies is that you need to probably focus on yourself. Focus on your own fucking content. Focus on actually being a servant to somebody beyond being a microphone maniac, barking and shit, barking orders at grown ass men. I'm just saying, I'm not getting in y'all shit, but don't try to use me. Do not try to use me at all. Don't even try it. I am not going to be no pawn in y'all's game. Not going to happen. And this is the reality. Those of y'all who are upset, y'all have choices here. I'm just gonna lay them out. Y'all got a couple of choices. Y'all got a couple of choices in reality, so we can stop being stupid. There's choices here. There's choices here. These are some of the choices. If somebody has a channel or a opposition hour or a disagreement day, guess what? If you don't like them having a disagreement day, an opposition hour, or a particular channel where they take opposition and commentary, guess what? Guess what you can do? Don't fucking subscribe. That's what you do. Guess what you can also do? Guess what you can also do? Don't fucking listen. Tap out. Stick to the other content. This is real simple. I'm just saying. You got people who try to turn a mountain from a molehill. It's real simple. If subs don't want to listen to something, they don't have to listen. That's been said 1,000 times. Opposition hour is for those people who want to hear the arguments on the other side. This is not uncommon for people to have a space for people to disagree. It's not unusual. Ain't nobody doing nothing strange. People have open panels and open discussions all the time where they actually invite something other than one position, one perspective. And I want to put it on record. I have not been in the space. I've been accused. You're in the space still. I'm not in the space. May, since 2 years ago, has not been in the space. I come on one channel. Let's be clear. I come on one channel, which I'm not blocked on. That's it. I come on there like other people come on there for opposition. And I say the stuff that I want to say if I'm given the space, if I'm basically respectful. And I've been dropped. I've been dropped. I've been policed on there. Okay? One channel that is set up as a troll channel for anybody who has opposition. That's it. So stop the lies. People saying, "Oh, she's all over the space. There needs to be a jihad. There's got to be a ban." Well, you're wasting time on that. May is not anywhere, and anybody who doesn't like an opposition hour doesn't have to watch an opposition hour. Guess what? Problem solved. Let's be logical, not emotional. Troll reactivate. It's okay, y'all. Listen, Ed, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ed. I'm sorry I messed with you. I'm sorry I was playing and getting you irritated. I'm not gonna lie. That very first time that I had that engagement, I had been looking for. It's like a crackhead when they get their first high. You gave me the highest high of my life. I mean, that was just it was a lot. It was a lot. I just enjoyed the very first time. I had never seen anybody have such a strong reaction. And like a crackhead, I've been chasing that same high. And you the one that gave me the first hit. I'm just saying, right? Ed, you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember the time? I remember. I'll never forget. I called up. Let me tell y'all the story real quick. I called up. No, I didn't even call up. I just got in the chat. Y'all did so little, and I got so much payoff as a troll. I got so much payoff. I got so much payoff. I pulled up in the chat. It's my very first and only time engaging with him directly, right? I pulled up in the chat. I pulled up in the chat and I said, how many men in here are younger than 25? That's all I asked. Because I was curious. I was like, why these dudes keep worrying about divorces and shit? I said, they must be, I don't know what age they are. So I asked the question. I'm trying to figure it out. And then it got Ed's attention. He never seen me before. He was like, who are you? What does it matter? And I typed something back. I said, is everybody in here older or younger? And he was like, who are you? And basically, make a long story short, there was a little bit of conversation. And he said, pull up. Come up here. I don't know you. Come up here. And I went up there and I was just as polite and relaxed. He asked me a couple questions and I answered them. And y'all, it was It was a classic. I'm not gonna lie, I did my best work there. I was so polite and calm. And every answer he just got angrier. He just got angrier and angrier. The calmer I got, the angrier he got. And I had this little gimp smile on my face that started to form. And I got excited. I ain't gonna lie. And I heard the high pitch in his voice. Then he started screeching. Then he started squealing. Oh man, it was delicious. He went off. He went the whole fuck off. You hear me? He went the whole fuck off. He started cussing and hollering. Y'all, it was epic. I've been chasing that high since that day. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I was chasing that high since that day. And he went on. He was so mad he hung up on me. Well, I forgot the part about I changed accounts like 10 times. That probably led up to that. Every time he blocked me, I come back in through the chat. And that's when he finally called me up. That's what happened. So he was pissed. I got to tell that part. He blocked me. I pop up with another. Trolls got multiple, you know, they got multiple troll channels. So I kept popping up. He knocked me down. I pop up again 2 seconds later. And so he was just like, just get your ass up here. So I went up there. So he was mad already. Let me tell the truth. He was mad already. He was mad. He ain't never seen no shit like that. I came prepared. A real troll does. And he proceeded to hang up on me, y'all. He hung up on me. He hung up on me. But y'all, I have been chasing that high ever since. That hit was so fucking good. And forgive me, but you gave me the thrill of my life. That's some shit you can masturbate to. It was good. It was good. Okay? It was trolltastic. It was epic. Y'all, let me tell you what he did. Let me tell y'all what Edward did. Edward has no emotional self control. I know this fact. I've listened to him just for a thrill, hollering and screaming in his car, going left, going right, about the wreck, going the fuck off. He just goes all the fuck way off. People watch it because it's entertaining. Let's be honest. People are entertained. So anyway, he proceeded, y'all. He proceeded, y'all, to holler, shout, cuss, and scream for how long? An hour and a half after I left. He forgot what the fuck he was talking about. He just yelled and screamed. Man, he went the whole fuck off. I will never forget it. I wish I had a copy of that stream. I'd listen to it. So that's how me and Ed engaged. And so y'all, I ain't gonna lie. Ed popped up on the troll channel that BGS has, which is for open commentary. Okay? He popped up and I said, oh shit, Ed's here. I'm blocked on Ed. I ain't never bothered Ed since. I don't use all them different channels to come and mess with people. I don't. Once they block me, I'd be like, okay, fine. You know? So in 2 years, I haven't had a chance. More than 2 years. I haven't had a chance to talk to Ed. Haven't had a chance to engage with him. So y'all know my dick got hard real quick. I'm just using that as a metaphor. I'm joking. Right? But I got excited. I got excited when I'm trolling y'all. Don't take me too serious. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Anybody who takes me really serious, you silly. You silly. Why y'all want to take me serious? I'm fucking joking all the time. I never lied. I got subtle digs. I got slow trolls. I got funny trolls. I'm a clown. And I feel bad for you if you take me that fucking serious. I'm serious. I don't know. You a clown if you take me serious, okay? I'm a whole fucking circus. I be having fun. And Big J is my buddy, but he be tired of my ass too. And we be agreeing on shit. He get tired of me. He's like, May, stop being so silly all the time. I'm a fucking clown. I'm a troll. Whatever. I come here to be entertained. Okay? I'm not here to save the world. And there's a space and place for people who disagree. All right? But Ed stepped on the stage. I said, oh shit, he's here. He's here. The man who blocked me, the man who ran it, the man who gave me my first high, he's here. And I know he's what's the word? Unstable. I know he's unstable. If I could just get one word in, if I could just say the right thing, what can I come up with? He will melt all the fuck the way down. I know it. And I said, Ed, can I talk to you? And BGS with his deep voice, his deep, beautiful voice. BGS said, no, May, you cannot. I said, but hold on, BGS. I want to talk to Ed. Ed, can I talk to you? Ed said, hell no. He said, hell no. And Ed would not give me the time of day. He wouldn't say shit to me. You did right, Ed. And BGS did right. I was so mad with BGS that next day. It's an opposition channel. And my first high, my first good hit came through. And I was so excited. I had troll fever. I did. And BGS blocked me. He blocked, 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 blocked. I tried to talk. He wouldn't let me talk. I tried to get a couple digs in. He wouldn't let me say shit. I was so mad. I was disappointed and mad. I'm just telling the truth. So BGS puts boundaries up. Trust me. I think that old man can handle his fucking channel. I'm just saying. I think his crowd, they trust him. I'm just saying. I ain't getting in y'all shit. But y'all ain't gonna use me for no motherfucking jihad or no damn pawn in your game. Don't even try it. Fucking don't try it. I'm a clown and that's that. And if you want to take a clown serious, then you the one with the fucking problem. And anybody who want to follow behind somebody who want to laugh and you take a clown seriously, something's wrong with you. Anybody who wants to get serious behind somebody who's upset about a chick clowning or opposing an opinion, you silly. You waste of time. I wouldn't entertain it. I just think it's dumb. I ain't never lied to nobody. I've always said I'm trollish. I'm oppositional. I've always said that. BGS recently, he called me what? Cantankerous. I got in trouble over that word. He called me cantankerous. You know what I said? You're right. I agree. I hate to say it, but BGS was right. I'm cantankerous. Okay. I like the old man. But I tell you what, I'm giving it a break because I think I need to. I always know when to step off. You think this is the first year? I go to knock on the door, and BGS decides if I go to the troll channel, whether to open the door or close the door and leave it closed. It might be another 6 months. You ain't heard a word from me. I don't say shit, but then one day I knock on the door. It's his choice. It's his channel. It's an opposition channel. He's a grown man. He can handle his business. He knows his subs. He knows what he wants and what he don't want. Just like anybody else. If Big J wants to knock on the door, he can knock on the door. If MOT wants to knock on the door, he can knock on the door. It's up to BGS whether or not he wants to. That's his fucking channel. Okay? But I'm going to say for the record, I'm giving it a break. I'm giving it a break. And the reason why I'm giving it a break is because I'm going to tell y'all now. Hashtag Toya won. Toya won. Okay? I'm going to put it out there. Toya, you won. Pick me. And I'm done with it. And maybe sometime next year, I don't know. Maybe BGS, I'll knock on the door. Maybe he'll answer, maybe he won't. That's his channel. I don't know. But I'm going to go chill. Toya won. All right? Toya won. And I'm done with it. But I do, for the sake of it, do want to correct one thing before I go. Here we go. I'm going to say this real quick. It says a pygmy. I'm going on Wikipedia, y'all, just so we can follow it. A pygmy is also known as a girl. It's a term used on the internet to describe a woman who seeks male approval by regularly belittling other women in order to increase their perceived value in the dating scene. They often depreciate other women, either specific or as groups, to seem to be a better comparison. Their behavior generally suggests that they perceive themselves as and wish to be different from other women. That's what it's called as a pick me. Okay? They want to be seen as superior to other women. Okay? They're not like the other girls. And they want to be popular with men. Y'all got it? They want to be popular with men. Not one man, but many men. This is where I was coming from. Collectively, they want to impress all the men, not one man, but all the men. That's the distinction I'm trying to make. But either way, they said, they said, okay, in the chat, and I was looking at the chat, they said that May was calling Toya a whore because I said public pussy. But the definition is women who try to cater to all the men. They trying to cater to all the men. I likened it, I made a simile to public pussy, but it got me hung. So Toya, you won. You won, Toya. You got it, girl. You won. I'm voted out. Okay. So hashtag Toya won. All right. Hashtag Toya won. I'm done with it. You got me in trouble, Toya. You and only you. Pick me. All right. This stream is focused on Ed, responding to Ed. Ed, I deserved it. You gave it to me. You cussed me out good. You called me all kind of bitches. I got it. So Miss May May is gonna go sit her ass down because Toya won. Okay? I'm gonna go sit my black ass down somewhere. All right. Well, I don't know what y'all gonna do with this information. I don't know if anybody cares, but I said it, and I'm gonna keep reading the book that I was granted by BGS. What is it called? The Fourth Revolution. I'm gonna be busy doing that. The Fourth Industrial Revolution. I've been learning some shit from BGS. Okay, let me just be honest. I argue with his ass the same way I, have these debates with my dad, intellectual debates, respectful debates with my dad. I'd be a little different with BGS, of course. But he reminds me of my father. And I like older men, okay? I like them. It's a little fetish I got. I'm just being honest, okay? I like me some BGS. Y'all can be mad if you want to. I don't give a damn. But he reminds me, the back and forth, the banter. It reminds me of that. And so that's why I engage, I engage with him. And what did we talk about the last time? We talked about education. We talked about good teaching strategies. We talked about technology. He put me up on a whole bunch of shit. And I learned a new word recently. Cantankerous, that's me. That's it. That's it and that's all. And if anybody else want to be a general or pull ranks and try to run jihads and shit, you wasting time. Because Toya won and I'm a clown and I'm not going to stop clowning. And at some point in 2026, I'm going to knock on the door and see if he answers just to say hey or whatever. I'm talking about BGS. And if he doesn't, that's fine too. That's his choice. That's his channel. Like always, he's in charge. He's in control. His people are loyal. They know where to go for the information, like it or not, whatever. But I learn shit, and I'm gonna keep listening. I be learning shit. It's like when you say, spit out the bones and take the meat. It's kind of like that. I learned a lot of shit, and let's be honest, a lot of people ain't having no actual conversations about anything of substance. Let's just be honest, okay? There's a lot of bullshit on the internet. I may start in his, listening to his content, his real content. And that takes me off into books. That takes me off into knowledge. That takes me off into a lot of directions on my own. Just a book. So I'm going to be reading the Fourth Industrial. And I want to say that thank you, BGS, for granting me access to the PDF of that version. And I will be reading it. And I guess salute to you, brother. Salute, BGS. All right. I'm out, pausing myself. Appreciate y'all. Ashe.